For the time being, I want to take a break for a moment and talk about Apple. Even before the iPad, apps for the Apple iPhone and iPod were a $2.4 billion business. Now, with 1 million iPads sold in just the first month, the future is wide open for developers. Matt Bardin of High Five Labs is one of them. His newest creation, Honeydo, just came out. It's the world's first ever shareable to-do app. We're going to show it to you in just a couple of minutes. Matt is also working on a cooking app with rockstar chef Mario Batali. That's due out later this summer. Matt is with me right here. Matt, before we show everybody how Honeydo works, I've been playing with it. It's frankly pretty cool. Let's talk about the controversy right now over Flash, right? Steve Jobs writing that 1,700-word screed, posting it on Apple's blog, saying that it's really, he doesn't want developers like you and your colleagues to be using Flash or, frankly, any other outside technologies to develop apps for the iPhone or the iPad. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's not going to stop us right now. We love Apple's devices, and that's a big reason why we're in this space, and we see it as an opportunity to create amazing apps. If Apple puts a lot of restrictions on things, I think it's part of the process of sorting out how all this is going to work. My developers don't really like Flash that much.
All right, well, let's talk about Honeydo, because this is an application that you developed without the use of Flash.
Correct.
And as I mentioned, it's a shareable to-do. So let's see if we can show everybody exactly how it works. This is the Honeydo application. It looks like this. You can download it for $2.99 from the iTunes App Store. I'm just going to open it up and show you that Matt and I have a little shared to-do list going. Honeydo is just opening up here. This is my iPod Touch. All right, so here is a shared to-do. Normally, you just put, you enter a to-do. It's for yourself, but I've actually entered a to-do for Matt today, which was show up for Inside Track. A pretty good idea, don't you think? Well, Matt actually sent me a reply, which was, good idea, I'll be there, and in fact, he is. Tell me, what does it take to develop an app for the iPhone or perhaps even the iPad? How much time is involved, and how lucrative a business is this?
That's a great question. It's a tricky business. I got into it because I am the president and founder of Veritas Tutors and Test Prep here in New York City. And we have a very unique method of teaching kids to take tests, but they have to learn vocabulary. And I realized, hey, this device is perfect for that. So first thing you need is a technologist, and I have a brilliant technologist partner, Kieran Balubi, and a designer. So you need to put together a team and develop it that way. But the tough thing about the iTunes Store is always the marketing. The store is this very narrow venue for getting your product out to the public. And so
it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy in the way. If you get your app on what's hot or what's new, all of a sudden people glom onto it and they just buy. So what are some of the strategies that you or perhaps somebody else might employ to make sure that that app gets in front of as many eyeballs as possible?
Well, the big thing is you need click-through options. So we are looking at Facebook. Facebook is becoming the main advertising venue for a lot of things these days, and certainly for apps. If something comes up on your Facebook, you see it right away and you can go right there.
Very briefly, Matt, before we go, because we want to get back to Athens, right now, are you intrigued by the iPad? Is that a revenue generating opportunity, or is it still the iPhone with such a huge installed base?
Well, the installed base is obviously huge for that, but the iPad is a huge opportunity. It's growing fast, and for certain arenas like cookbooks, we think it's going to be an enormous opportunity.
Well, we are looking forward to seeing what you and Mario Batali are cooking up, shall we say. And in the meantime, everybody, you can check out Honeydo, Matt's latest app from High Five Labs.